No. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, it was on. It was green. I don't know. Yeah, sorry. Good morning. All of the mic checks are now complete. I have found my way back to the studio, feeling refreshed and ready to go.
All right.
Just in case you heard a little TMI on the mic check. I'm Tracy McCain here with Ed Matthews and Megan Malaris. It is time for After GMS.
Yeah, hey, everybody's friends here, right? We get personal with you.
I don't know about that.
Well, it is good to see so many familiar faces on our feed. If you attended the parade this weekend, it was so great to see you in person again. Just an all-in-all good sense of the holidays this year, especially given that a lot of these gatherings are back.
Yes, it's nice to see everybody gathering again and at Greensboro Parade, and also the High Point Parade a few weeks ago. I was in that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
we had great time on Saturday. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, well, welcome to After GMS. I'm Megan Malaris with Tracy McCain, meteorologist Ed Matthews. Let's get started with our forecast.
Let's do that. A frosty morning in the Piedmont. Take a look at the low temperatures across the area. Many of our communities dropping down into the 20s. 26 the low in Burlington, 28 in Greensboro, but 31 in Winston-Salem, 30 in Asheboro and Lexington, 28 over in Siler City, down to 22 at Reedsville and 21 in Martinsville. We know that those communities can be rather frosty when it's cold. Danville at 25 this morning, 27 at Mount Airy, and 30 the temperature for the low over in Wilkesboro. A few breaks in the clouds, and we expected that overnight and early this morning, but the trend will be for limited sunshine this morning, and then clouds will really start to thicken up as we head through the day. A warm front moving from the Gulf Coast states and headed our way, creating enough lift with the moisture to bring an expanding area of showers over Georgia, areas of Tennessee, northern Alabama, northern Mississippi, and places like that. This rain will stay west and southwest of the area for much of the day, but there is a possibility of a late day shower. So if you haven't headed out to work yet, go ahead and grab the umbrella just to be on the safe side for a late day shower. Now that warm front will lift onto the north, spreading rain across the Piedmont as we head into the evening and overnight period. We'll see some leftover rain for the day tomorrow as well, off and on scattered, mainly light showers. In our 7-day, we'll be up around 50 today with a late day shower, and then the rain really moves in tonight and tomorrow. 54 for the high tomorrow. Only an isolated shower Wednesday and Thursday as we warm into the low and mid 60s. And our next, more significant chance of rain will come our way on Friday with upper 50s.
Let's get to some morning headlines before we get to our talker. Several elected officers will swear into their new roles today after voters made their choices in the November midterm elections. Ceremonies are planned for Rockingham County Clerk of Superior Court, Rockingham County Sheriff, Guilford County Board of Commissioners, Guilford County Sheriff, and the Alamance-Burlington School System School Board. Work on a busy portion of a Greensboro roadway begins today. A traffic alert you'll want to keep in mind. The city is closing 2 northbound lanes of Battleground Avenue between Pembroke Road and Sunset Drive. The stretch of road will close from 9 to 4, and it is because of repairs on a water line. It'll last all week.
The U.S. Supreme Court is set to hear arguments this week in a North Carolina case involving congressional district maps. The Supreme Court is deciding whether it was constitutional for the state Supreme Court to intervene and ultimately overturn congressional maps that were first drawn by Republican lawmakers. You might remember the state Supreme Court blocked those maps because they said it violated the state constitution. An independent panel was elected to redraw the district lines used in last month's midterm elections. There has been some dissent about this on the U.S. justices. They've said, the conservatives have said they've already voiced the idea that the state court ruling was out of line and superseding the legislature. Well, law enforcement agencies are searching for the suspect or suspects who targeted an energy substation in eastern part of North Carolina. Duke Energy reports more than 30,000 are without power in Moore County. Investigators say someone rammed through a power station gate Saturday night, then started shooting. Investigators say they also targeted a second power station. The county has opened a temporary warming shelter and has canceled school for today. It might take another few days until power is back on.
On any given day in Guilford County alone, there are more than 400 people experiencing homelessness. Despite many obstacles, there are devoted agencies doing the best they can to get people who are homeless find shelter, especially in winter time. WFMY News 2's Denise McMiller is in studio with how one organization got a family out of the cold and into a hotel. Denise?
Yeah, Megan, imagine sleeping in a tent, not being able to shower for months and going from organization to organization day after day and getting nowhere. That's what Michael and Lisa went through until the Salvation Army connected them with Partners Ending Homelessness. This is the home that Michael and Lisa lived in before it was sold months ago. With recent upticks in prices for rent, they could not afford the cost associated with moving into a new place. So they became homeless and were living out of their car. And with no place to stay, they lost their jobs and then lost their car. And that meant that they had to live in a tent in the woods.
We never thought this would happen to us or come our way.
We owned a house. We're making really good income, nice income that we should have been able to live off of it. We just didn't prepare for such a quick turnaround. We spent the money as we went instead of saving it for emergencies.
Now this is months later. Their circumstances are much better. I spoke with a couple in their new cozy living quarters at the Regency Inn. The city of Greensboro bought the hotel and has allowed agencies to use it as an emergency shelter for the homeless during the winter months. Michael and Lisa will get to stay there through March, and they're grateful for the different community agencies that never stop working on their behalf.
God put this beautiful young woman, Jessica Littleton, in our path at Partners Ending Homelessness, and the Salvation Army put us in touch with her. And she got us out of the woods and got us to this new location. We have just been blessed by God that we have this place now and a shelter and roof and food and clothing and medical treatment and everything that we need.
And agencies like Partners Ending Homelessness could use monetary donations as well as help with volunteers. You can join their street team and give out donations to the homeless. We'll have more information on how you can help out on our website.
Some more good news. Speaking of the season for giving, there's a food drive today in the Triad that you can take part in. Carvana and Greensboro teamed up with local food banks to ensure everyone has a holiday meal. The online car dealer is collecting canned goods at their Kroger Boulevard location from now really until December 19th. You can drop off those items between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. daily. More giving, the gift of life this time. WFMY News 2's annual holiday blood drive is next Tuesday. We're partnering with the American Red Cross to help save lives. Come visit us and give blood in the gift of life on December 13th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We have more information on how you can sign up on WFMYnews2.com.
Technology has changed how we show love during the holidays, but some traditions are holding strong. According to a recent IPSOS poll, 62% of people feel like sending holiday cards is a way to stay close to family and friends. I asked you on my Facebook page, do you still mail Christmas cards? We'll read some comments. Go ahead and leave yours here on the live feed. Kay says, yes, we also have a mailbox at our church where we exchange cards every year. Illyria said she mailed hers off on Saturday. She just loves Christmas cards. Robin said she really wants to mail them, but just cannot seem to get around to it. Dana says she's working on hers this morning. All right, I started this weekend, finally got them in the mail. You know, it takes a little bit sending them to my Missouri family today because it can take a while to get there and then still have a ways to go. But I've scaled back a lot in recent years. Postage is so expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, I still send them. I don't send as many, not really because of postage, but just because of time. It takes really time. I like to personalize every message, and it takes time to write out, you know, a sincere, thoughtful message to people who mean something to you. So I do send them, just not as many, probably about 16, whereas before I would send out, you know, anywhere between 50 to 75.
Yeah.
Well, there's not anymore.
Yeah. Well, you know how frugal I am, so I don't buy the cards, I don't buy the postage. But what I do enjoy doing, and maybe this is a little bit more of a personal approach, I make a list of all the people that I want to wish Merry Christmas to, and I call them on the phone.
Oh, I love that.
And it takes time because, you know, not everybody's at home when Ed gives them a call. So, but over the course of a couple of weeks prior to Christmas, I try to get in contact with not only local friends that I actually try to see in person around the holidays, but friends that may live in other states. I try to get in contact with them, and that's always worked really well for me. Now, on the flip side of that, you know, of Ed being cheap, I do love to get Christmas cards. So there you go.
Well, Ed, I'm glad you said that because I felt bad. I was like, I don't remember the last time I've sent a Christmas card to somebody, but I do make sure I call people, and I do make sure that I go see different family members and go visit them and spend time during the holidays. But I'm horrible at sending Christmas cards.
I wouldn't feel too bad because I didn't send Christmas cards until I had kids.
Okay.
So me either. And then you have, you have a reason or an update, you know, a picture or something, you know, neat to add. So
That's true.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
But I really think, you know, giving that phone call, writing a handwritten note just to even a few close people is so meaningful. It's something that a text message can't replicate, a Facebook post can't duplicate. So, you know, just going that extra mile in some way to make someone smile this holiday season is worth it.
Yeah, brighten their day and brighten their holiday as well.
Well, can you warm us up this holiday?
Well,
Because it's getting cold outside.
Well, I can't give you the Christmas forecast yet. 70-degree weather would be fine with me, but the short term, over the next 7 days, we're going to be a little bit unsettled this week with some extra clouds. Now, today, for the most part, will be dry. There could be an isolated shower late day, but the showers kind of ramp up overnight tonight and through the day tomorrow. Not going to rain every minute of the day on Tuesday, and this will be a light rain event. So we're looking at only maybe a quarter of an inch of rain. 54 the high on Tuesday, and then we warm up a little bit, low in mid-60s Wednesday and Thursday. Only isolated showers both of those days, and then a wetter system we think will head our way on Friday for maybe more widespread rain and temperatures into the upper 50s.
I love 60-degry weather.
Yeah, anytime we can get to 60 this time of year is a good thing. Yeah.
I don't feel like
for
we
most
had-
people, yeah.
Oh yeah, for most people. I don't feel like we had enough time in the 60s. I felt like we went, you know, 50s, lower, you know, 40s, and you know, I'm like, where did the 60s go? So thank you for bringing them back.
All right.
Yeah, before long, we'll be talking about a different extreme, I'm sure, in winter.
It always happens, right?
Yeah, hey, thanks so much for spending time with us here this morning on Facebook for After GMS.
We will see you on the Good Morning Show at 9 on our main channel, WFMY News 2. See you later.
Christmas season is blooming, but is the signature poinsettia toxic to pets? We'll verify.
It's crunch time for Christmas and holiday gifts. The top tips for safe shopping tomorrow on The Good Morning Show.
Poinsettias poisonous to pets? We'll verify on The Good Morning Show.